What's up, y'all? It's a garage day. If you follow along the channel, you saw the rock run video, you know we're having some electrical issues with the side-by-side, the Wolverine X4 over here. Thing, again, has been nothing but issues since I bought it from Four Wheeling for Less. Absolute nothing but work since I bought it, unfortunately. I think if it wasn't a Yamaha, it wouldn't even run by now. But we have, when we were at Rock Run, about 3/4 of the way through the day, check engine light came on. Then the battery light came on, started reading low voltage. It was a new battery. So we did head back to camp. We barely made it. We had no power steering, no screen, no anything, except for electronic fuel injection. And we made it back to camp. Charged the battery back up. It's working just fine. The battery's good, but it's not charging via the stator or the motor. I did run some static tests on the rectifier. That was good. And then I ran some static tests on the stator from outside, and it did not hit the specs as far as the ohm readings go. So thinking it's the stator at this point, gonna start tearing into it to find out. They're on back order for like a month at this point, expected a month. So this is probably gonna be a really, really long time frame video for me. It's the beginning of November now. You'll know how long it took to get the stator by the time this video is actually posted. But I have the electrical almost unhooked. I have her on the DeWalt drip charger at this point, just to keep the battery healthy. I'm gonna unplug that for now so I can actually walk around the garage. Have to remove seats. From what I've read, you have to remove the seats, which means removing the bump seat as well, which means removing the driver's seat. Center console. And I've read you also have to take the floorboards out to get to the crankcase under there. Pull the crankcase cover off to get to the stator. So we'll have to drain the oil as well, and just get all these plastic clips and bolts and all that fun stuff out. So we'll take you along for the ride in case you have to do this in the future. I've read that Yamaha stators are pretty reliable in these machines, but like I said, this thing looked good when I bought it, but has been nothing but issues. They hit everything pretty well, I guess. We'll see. I believe it's the stator, and if you ever have to replace it, hopefully I can show you how. Shouldn't be too difficult once we get the crankcase taken off. We are going to have to replace some gaskets and whatnot, but you know, we'll cross those bridges when we come to them. So let's get into it, huh? Oh no. Oh no. Make sure your floor plugs are in, because if you drop a bolt and it goes through the floor plug somehow, it gets stuck on top of that welded on skid plate, and it's not fun to get it out, trust me. Also, if you're at all interested in one of these UTV MA bump seats, they are fantastic. My 2-year-old absolutely loves it. And she is super secure. And it's a pretty easy install if you don't strip any bolts. Clip time. Now we're getting somewhere. Don't be surprised if your handle doesn't pull out as easily as mine did. There is a bolt that's supposed to go through here, but I've replaced this already, so I took that out. Apparently there's 2 bolts back here too for the to detach the fender as well, or to detach the floorboard rather. So we'll get those out, see if it'll come loose. Also had to take off the door handle, or the door latch.
Hey Dad, do you open this so I can see better? Thank you for everything you do. You need to fix the south side. Can you fix the south side and clean it? Please.
Holy shit. That was definitely the hardest part, was getting that floorboard out of here. And holy moly, is it a mess under here. Holy cow. See a couple of bolts I've dropped along the way. Next is to unbolt the gas tank, so you can slide it forward. We gotta get back here. So we gotta take this hose off. I don't even know. Yeah, we gotta take these hoses off. And we just got to start taking these little bolts, 8mm off. So take these 2 off, which will disconnect these 2 down here. I'm going to get this thing out of the way first by taking this out. I think we need to take this back brace off so we can actually pull the gas tank up and out of there. 16 on this side. Looks like a 14 over there. Pinch these off here. Alright, 8mm. From what I've heard, you need a crankcase gasket and a water pump gasket, and I'm now seeing why I need a water pump gasket. So, because this part right here is the water pump. I think at this point I'm gonna go ahead and go get the oil pan, drain the oil before I take any more bolts out. All right, so the manual reminded me that there's actually a couple places you have to drain oil from, which is annoying. There's two. There's this one. Well, there's this one here, and then this one here that you have to remove both. They're both 12mm bolts. So on the driver's side, wheel well, this tank here, you have to drain from back air. Not sure if we need to do that here. I don't think we should have to, because we have the crankcase bolts out. And then we'll just put new oil in and it'll mix with the already new oil that's in there. So I think we'll be okay there. So let's let this drain for a minute and then we'll get into removing the crankcase cover and we'll be almost there. Oh, that stator is cooked. Holy moly. Yeah, stator's in real bad shape. Let me get a towel, wipe my hands, and I'll show you. Here's your stator here. As you can see, it's, get the light. As you can see, it's black on one side. That is not by any means how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to look more brown the whole way around. Yeah, needs a stator, for sure. So, get that out of there, and then we'll we'll get a stator on order and go from there. All right, so there's your stator. Holy moly, does that look bad. Jeez. And it's out. That's how you take it apart. I have decided that I'm actually going to put this video up in the meantime while I have the new stator on order, because I don't know how long it's going to take, and I don't know if someone may be interested in taking one apart in the meantime to check their stator or replace a stator. But that's how you do it. I mean, honestly, it went pretty smoothly, other than the whole taking out of the passenger side floorboard. That was definitely the hardest part of all of it, was taking out the passenger side floorboard. So I'm gonna clean all this up in the next month or so as I'm waiting for a stator. Get that all cleaned out, clean up crankcase cover. That is a mess. Holy cow. Get all this gasket off, of course, of here and the crankcase, so it makes a good seal when we put her back together. Get the gaskets on order, get the stator on order. I'm going to replace the water pump gasket as well, which will be right under there. Just take that last bolt off and that should come off. But I'm going to replace that as well because I took it apart, so probably should. Other than that, guys, whoop, let me turn that back off. Other than that, I hope this helped somebody out there. If it did, give me a like, subscribe. That helps out. And hopefully we can get this thing back together before it snows too much, so we can at least have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna put the plow on the Grizzly in a couple weeks here, but that's at least for a little bit of fun in the snow. So we'll catch y'all next time.